The morning sun was barely up when a sharp crack split the air, stopping me dead in my tracks during my jog. I rounded the corner of my yard in Desert Palms Estates, heart racing, and there she was, Eleanor Hayes, our HOA president, clutching the mangled remains of my La 4000 smart sprinkler head. Her manicured nails gleamed as she muttered about water waste violations. Obbly VYS to the faint beep from the control panel on my garage. 30 seconds later, while she admired her destruction, my system's emergency protocol kicked in, silently dialing 911. I ducked behind my neighbor's hedge, pulse pounding, and decided to let this play out. Eleanor wasn't new to overstepping. She'd been ruling our neighborhood like a queen for 12 years, ever since she moved in as a hotshot real estate agent. She'd climbed from architectural committee volunteer to HOA president, even amending bylaws to extend her reign past term limits. Her custom gold HOA badge vetoed by the board, but worn anyway glinted as she surveyed my yard with a smug grin, like she'd just yanked a weed from her perfect roses. But this wasn't her garden, and that sprinkler wasn't just some gadget. It was my pride and joy, a solar-powered, low-flow masterpiece that slashed my water use by 68 fan tram while keeping my desert garden lush. I'd done everything right: permits from the city, HOA approval, months of research, 3 water conservation workshops. The GreenFlow XR 900, recommended by every expert I consulted, was installed with surgical precision over a week, each zone calibrated for plant type and soil. My first water bill came with a note from a utility company praising my conservation efforts. Yet Eleanor despised it from day one. She'd called it an eyesore at 3 straight HOA meetings, ranting about its techie nuisance ruining the neighborhood's aesthetic harmony. Never mind that it was fully compliant. 2 weeks ago, she'd cornered me at the community potluck, coffee cup in hand, and hissed, "That contraption's days are numbered. Mark my words." I'd brushed it off as bluster, but now, watching her destroy my property, I knew I'd underestimated her. My phone buzzed with a security alert. Saw tampering detected. Emergency protocols engaged. Saw the system was doing its job, recording every second of her vandalism. I'd added tamper sensors and cameras after spotting her lingering near my control box a month ago, claiming to check for leaks. The technician, a retired security guy named Carlos, had warned me about neighbors' escalating disputes to property damage. He'd installed night, VY sound cameras, tamper-proof seals, and a cellular backup, even showing me how to log court-admissible VY-DAO. Small warning stickers with unique codes marked each component, just in case. Eleanor's campaign had started subtly. Anonymous notes in mailboxes about excessive technology, a petition claiming my system's maintenance beeps were noise pollution. When those flopped, she escalated to full-on rants, while VYing poster boards with close-up photos of my sprinkler heads circled in red. I countered with permits, water usage stats, and a Weather Station Pro VYing the system only ran when needed. The local water district featured my yard in their newsletter. A home and garden blog praised it. The city council gave me an environmental stewardship award. Neighbors started asking about installing their own systems, and Eleanor's face turned crimson at the next HOA meeting when 3 homeowners pressed her on the approval process. She deflected, then proposed a 6-month ban on new sprinkler systems. It failed spectacularly, with only her 2 loyalists voting yes. That night, I overheard her whisper to a board member, "If we can't legislate these eyesores away, we'll get creative." A chill ran through me. Then came the day I was mid-presentation at work, pitching to our biggest client, when my phone lit up, saw sprinkler system breach. Emergency response activated. So I slipped into the hallway, opened the security app, and saw Eleanor in broad daylight, prying open my control panel and yanking a sprinkler head until it snapped. The system had already logged her, recorded her in HD, and called the cops. Its AI distinguished her vandalism from routine maintenance, starting a 30-second countdown for an override code she didn't have. My phone pinged, saw 911 dispatched. Officers en route. ETA, 3 minutes. Saw I leaned against the wall, torn between rushing home and watching justice unfold. A text from my neighbor Sam confirmed it. Saw cops just pulled up. You okay? Saw I replied, saw all good. System caught a trespasser. Saw on a live feed. Eleanor was so focused on her destruction, she didn't notice the patrol cars until an officer cleared his throat. Her shock was almost funny as she spun around, broken sprinkler still in hand, stammering that I'd given permission to fix irrigation issues. The officer showed her the footage my system had sent to dispatch, timestamps and all. She was detained for trespassing and property damage. By the time I got home, the police had her statement and estimated due $700 in damages. The officer said they'd thought the auto-dialed 911 call was a glitch until they saw Eleanor in action. That evening, the HOA VYC president, Walter Klein, called an emergency meeting. Neighbors stopped by, fishing for gossip while eyeing my infamous sprinkler. I kept quiet, preparing a digital presentation with footage, sensor logs, repair invoices, and proof of Eleanor's harassment. The neighborhood messaging app buzzed with speculation. At the meeting, the clubhouse was packed standing room only. I presented my case calmly, letting the VY Deo of Eleanor's vandalism speak for itself. Board members who'd backed her squirmed. After a closed-door vote, Walter announced the unanimous decision. Eleanor was suspended from enforcement duties, formally reprimanded, and ordered to pay repairs from her own pocket. She sat stone-faced, then stormed out, designer bag in tow. The room erupted as neighbors shared their own stories of her bullying courtesy notices for minor infractions, threats over paint shades. My sprinkler had cracked open a dam of resentment. Eleanor vanished from HOA life. Walter, a fair-minded leader, took over, and the clubhouse VYB shifted. Debates replaced decrees. Stalled proposals for solar panels and drought-resistant gardens moved forward. I joined a new environmental committee with a retired engineer and a landscape architect, securing a grant to upgrade community irrigation. Neighbors floated IDESA rain collection system, a community garden. The neighborhood felt alive, like it had finally exhaled. 3 weeks later, a message popped up on the community app from Fresh Start 2025 asking about smart irrigation. The profile pic showed Eleanor's unmistakable rose beds. I stared, then offered to host a group tutorial, open to all, even repeat offenders. I mentioned my upgraded cameras, just in case. 5 neighbors RSVP'd, but Fresh Start 2025 stayed silent. I prepared info packets and a presentation, wondering if Eleanor would show. Whether she did or not, something good had come from our clash of push for sustainability, one sprinkler at a time. So what do you think? Was Eleanor a tyrant who got what she deserved, or a misguided perfectionist pushed too far? Should I have confronted her sooner, or let the system handle it? And what about her Fresh Start 2025 move, genuine change, or a sneaky ploy? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you're Team Smart Sprinkler, and subscribe for more wild neighborhood tales.